What does it take to have and get visibility for your business, for your brand, for your products and your services, in particular in 2023? Guess what? We're going to be talking all about that today with award-winning PR strategist and founder of the Glambitious Brand, Lillie Mae. She's with us in the virtual studio, ready to come up to the mic and drop some amazing nuggets. You're listening to the Sharvette Mitchell radio show. Don't you move. We'll be right back after this quick intro.
Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell radio show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, and welcome everybody to the Sharvette Mitchell radio show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the world wide web. We in particular want to give a shout out to our live streaming viewers that are coming on in. Go ahead, wherever you're watching from, 3 or 4 different places in Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of the places, and Sharvette.com. Go ahead and comment wherever you are and let us know that you are here and that you are in the studio. We want to greet a few people that are already popping on in. Hey, Lynette, thank you for being here. Glad to see you. Hello, Jeanette. Hey, girl. Hey. Listen, my mother is always holding down a spot in the virtual studio. Hey, Mom. My sister Kim, Deborah, Zanla over on YouTube. Elmira, good to see you. Hello. And we are glad to have you. This is going to be amazing. Listen, tag a fellow entrepreneur, tag anyone. Listen, entrepreneur, nonprofit leader, anyone that has a brand that they want to have a spotlight put on. This is for you. Hello, Stafford over on LinkedIn. Thank you for being with us. Yes, Nashville is in the house. If you're brand spanking new to me, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, and I'm the owner of Mitchell Productions, and we work with entrepreneurs all around their visibility, their marketing, and their branding so that they generate more revenue. And we do that primarily with our 12-month program called the Platform Builder that's based on my trademark 6-part framework. So we're glad to have you. And certainly the Sharvette Mitchell radio show is one of the outlets that we use to help push entrepreneurs forward. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome. Yes, I know YouTube is jumping and ready to go. Thank you, Kim, Deborah, and Zanla. So let me introduce my guest. And I am telling you, she is all over, honey. She is all over. And if you have heard of Lillie Mae, I know that you're like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to hear what she has to say. And so let me formally introduce her and bring her up tonight while you all are commenting and tagging a business friend to say, hey, come in and check out this broadcast. So as an award-winning PR strategist and founder of the Glambitious Brand, Lillie Mae has helped entrepreneurs around the world grow their business through books, coaching, and media campaigns for over 10 years, y'all. She's hosted special events around the country, including New York and Atlanta and Miami and New Orleans during the Essence Festival. One of her exciting accomplishments includes helping a beautypreneur client reach $500,000 in 6 months. And this year she launched visibilityforme.com as an online hub of visibility opportunities for entrepreneurs. She is a graduate of UNC Chapel Hill, and you've seen her on Netflix. You've seen her on TMZ. You've seen her on Black Enterprise, NBC, the list goes on. And now you can throw in the Sharvette Mitchell radio show. Without further ado, we are bringing up to the mic, up to the stage, live on the Sharvette Mitchell radio show. Put your virtual hands together for Lillie Mae. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
We are glad to have you and feature you.
Yes, I'm excited to chat with you today.
Yes. And so what's so great is that we've had the opportunity to feature some of the clients that you worked with and just done amazing, amazing things. And so I'd love to just kind of start like, how did you get into this space of what you do and what you offer?
Sure. It started back when I was in college. I got an internship in the public relations department of Universal Motown Records in New York City. And it was such an amazing summer that I was for sure then like, yes, this is the work I want to do. Then I moved to Atlanta after graduating and eventually started my own PR agency. My very first client was Anoop Desai from American Idol. And I was able to do
Oh,
such great work
wow.
with him that it became like a snowball effect. And now I work with women entrepreneurs to help them get more visibility for their business.
Wonderful. And so what's so great is that you also get visibility for yourself. And so sometimes people are in a place of, well, I just get it for my clients, but I've got to bring up Netflix, right? I've got to bring up, I know some people in the audience might be here like, was she on Netflix? So can you tell us the Netflix story if you're able to?
Sure. I was on the first season of Love is Blind, and that show was about dating in pods, and getting to know people without seeing them in person. And so some of my castmates actually got married and are still married. So it was a very fun show to be a part of.
Wow. And so visibility kind of comes in a lot of different ways. And so for, entrepreneurs, why is it important? And probably let's start with how do you define visibility? And then why is it important that entrepreneurs and small business owners kind of seek that?
Sure. Visibility is getting your business in front of the eyes of your target audience, potential clients, brands, and businesses that you could potentially partner and collaborate with. And it's very important because there's such an influx in entrepreneurs since the pandemic that you want to stand out from the competition. You want to stand out from your peers, and it adds to your credibility as well. So, getting visibility is a multifaceted effort because it gets you in front of more clients, which leads to more revenue. And it also adds to your credibility so that when people Google search you, they see different interviews that you've done speaking about your expertise. So it's a multifaceted effort and it's very important for entrepreneurs.
All right, there you go. And I think your last or one before last Instagram post where one of your clients kind of gave a quick testimonial and was like, "Hey, I was trying to do all this on my own and making the investment and working with, Lillie Mae like changed everything." And so I'm sure that's something that you hear from clients, all the time. What do you say to people who are like, "Well, can I do it on my own?"
Yeah, so you definitely can begin getting visibility on your own. And then when you get to a comfortable place financially where you do have the level of investment required to work with a publicist, then you can elevate to that. And so I put a book together to teach entrepreneurs how to do their own visibility efforts until they can afford a publicist. And so that book, it lends to all the strategies that I've used for myself and my clients. It includes actual media pitches so that you can learn how to pitch yourself. So it's
Ooh.
like the perfect do it yourself guide for entrepreneurs who may not be ready to work with a publicist just yet.
Okay, so you got to drop the deets about how do people get their hands on that?
Yes, so that book is available at visibilityforme.com, visibilityforme.com. And again, it is the ultimate guide to visibility. It teaches you how to get interview opportunities with the media, how to leverage working with influencers, how to even produce your own tour and start speaking. So there it's really jam-packed with a lot of ways that you can get visibility as an entrepreneur.
All right. So visibilityforme.com. We've just dropped that on the banner here. So if you are watching live or in the replay, and if you're watching in the replay, go ahead and let us know that you're a replay viewer at that point because we want to give you love. But there is the link there. And if you're listening from Sharvette.com, down below, visibilityforme.com is in her full bio, which you can download. You can download our show notes and take all of her information with you. And if you're listening to the podcast or the talk radio show version, it is also in the show notes down below. So there you have it. And so I love this because, oh, great. Amara said, yes, I want to know. I know how to listen, honey. I know what questions y'all want me to answer. Hello, comedian Wendy Lee from Wakanda. We're glad to have you here. And so as we think about visibility and this kind of PR piece, what are things that you would say any entrepreneurs, whether they are going to say like start out on their own or ready to hire a PR, agency, what kind of prep readiness things should they kind of have already in their back pocket?
Sure, that's a great question. You definitely want to have professionally taken photos by a professional photographer. You want to have, your social media be very clean. I think people underestimate the power of social media. Sometimes people visit your Instagram before they even visit your website. So we definitely have to take our social media presence as seriously as we would a website and make sure that, our business messaging is very clear on social media. You want to have a professionally written bio about you, your credibility, and what gives you the credibility to do what it is that you do for a living. And so those are just a few things you want to have intact before you pitch yourself out there to the media. I always encourage people to do a business audit, either with a professional like me, or even they could do it themselves, where they kind of go through all of those things, check the website, make sure the links work, make sure the bio is grammatically correct on your website, make sure your pictures are clear and not pixelated, archive some of the old images on your social media to clean it up really quickly, just a few things to tighten up so that when you do get the visibility, you have the best presentation that you're putting forward.
Honey, you just gave a Oprah masterclass in that last, and I don't even know if that was 2 or 3 minutes. Oh my goodness. So wait, okay. So I am a stickler, and listen, some of my clients are here, like, all this sounds familiar, right? Because it's nothing new under the sun, nothing new under the sun. And I am a stickler about pictures. I cannot stand seeing flyers, and I know you probably seen this, where somebody's having an event and they've got a couple different speakers, and somebody sends the picture sitting in their car and you can see the seatbelt straight.
Yes.
I've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that, but I am a stickler on pictures. So it's one of those things. It used to be where, you had to have a huge, big budget, but nowadays there are photographers at all levels. Would you agree?
Absolutely. And I always encourage entrepreneurs, like, stick with your corporate company as long as possible so that you can have the budget to invest in your business, so that you can have the budget to get the best photography, the best website, all of the things, right? Invest in the publicist. And that way you can launch your business off successfully. I know that it looks so exciting to work as an entrepreneur and be totally free, but it is very challenging. And so you want to put your best foot forward. And if you're working a corporate career, I say hold on to that job as your investor into your business so that you can start very strong.
Yes. Listen, Elmira said I had to pause the show and go check out the site, honey. I get you. Listen, if you're just popping in, what Elmira is talking about, visibilityforme.com. Our guest here has put a great resource together for you. So go check that out. Lillie Mae is here, award-winning PR strategist and founder of the Glambitious Brand. We love it. We love it here. And so as we think about, and specifically our topic today, and we're really already in it, 2023 visibility tips for entrepreneurs. Since you've kind of been in the game a little bit, what have you seen as a shift? What's, from 10 years ago to now, what things are different for us?
Sure. Social media has definitely been the biggest shift. 10 years ago, it wasn't a part of a business strategy to have a social media presence, but like TikTok has become one of the top search engines next to Google. If it has not surpassed Google yet, it may have surpassed Google, but it goes to show the power of social media. So that has been definitely the biggest shift since 10 years ago. And I know that oftentimes entrepreneurs feel like they have to fight the algorithm, and that sometimes it's hard to get the likes, it's hard to get the shares. But to do that, I always encourage entrepreneurs to collaborate as much as possible on their social platforms, because that's going to help you beat the algorithm when you're going on Instagram Live with one of your clients or with one of your peers. It helps you kind of fight the algorithm and get more visibility when you go live consistently on those platforms.
There you go. And one of your former clients. Hey, ladies. Hey, girl. Hey, Lillie Mae is incredible. I've purchased a few of her services over the last few years. I've been so pleased. Thank you so much, Dr. Deirdre. Yeah, thank you. And yes, a comment coming in from our Facebook community. Hey, girl. Hey, many photographers do special headshot days for an affordable price. So absolutely. I think the bottom line is that with the photography, there really truly really is no excuse. We know it doesn't end there, but people only can make an assessment based off of what they see. And yeah, there is that. Stevie, thank you for popping in. Hey, y'all, two of my sisters in media and visibility. We are glad to have you just stopping by in the audience with us. And so, other tips you would share specifically around visibility in this, in 2023.
Sure. One thing I always also encourage entrepreneurs to do, whoever is at the top of your industry or at the top of the game in what you do, like you can follow their digital footprint to discover media outlets that could also be interested in interviewing you. So for example, if you're in the hair industry and there's a top lady in hair, like see where she's been interviewed, what podcasts have interviewed her, what magazines have interviewed her, and you can actually pitch yourself because you know that they're interested in that industry. They're interested in talking to leaders in that industry. So that's another tip I share, with entrepreneurs is also follow the digital footprint of your peers who are at the top of their game so that you can find outlets that potentially would be interested in interviewing you.
Such a great tip. And you actually had a post on your Instagram. See, I kind of stalk my guests so I can, and you all, if you're on Sharvette.com, all of her social media, Lillie Mae's social media handles are all there. So you can follow her as well. And we've tagged as well on Instagram. But you talked like really quickly, like how you got featured on TMZ. Related to Twitter. Do you want to kind of share that as kind of an alignment?
Sure. Yeah. So a few years ago, I was a commentator on TMZ quite frequently. I probably did maybe 5 appearances, maybe. And so it was a connection that I made on Twitter from following all of the TMZ platforms, commenting, engaging. And then that's how I was able to connect and get the opportunity to be on TMZ Live commentating on pop culture. And then ironically, once I got on Netflix, then I was actually featured on the TMZ site for my appearance on Love is Blind. So it was 2 different angles.
Yeah. And it's all working together, all working together. And again, let viewers know and listeners know as well what's available at visibilityforme.com.
Sure. So there are 3 main offers that I have on the site. One is the book, and the book is perfect for any entrepreneur, whether you just started yesterday or you've been doing business for 10 years. It's jam-packed full of ideas to get you visibility to more clients and more revenue. I also have a visibility campaign, and that opportunity allows people to get a magazine cover interview, a Spotify podcast interview, a speaking opportunity, and just some visibility, opportunities built into a campaign. For those of you who are ready to get some momentum, it's Women's History Month. So this is a perfect month to do more interviews, to be seen and be heard. And that's what the visibility campaign helps you with. And then I also have magazine cover opportunity for those of you who just want to be on a magazine cover for the credibility. There are 6 different covers you can choose from, and it includes an interview on my website as well as a cover feature. And you can, of course, share that on your social media, put it in your media kit, put it on your website, and really leverage that for more credibility as a business owner.
All right. So there you have it. And you all know the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And so we feel that bringing different guests like this help motivate you, influence you in one direction or other. And so let me capture this question here. At what level should an entrepreneur hire a PR professional? Should they have a certain following, a certain number of following?
So that's a great question. So hiring a PR professional, a seasoned PR professional, is pretty expensive. It's usually about $3,500 to $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
And so most people lock in a 3-month campaign. And the thing about public relations is, if you do a PR campaign, it does not guarantee that you're going to sell out of your, offers, or you're going to, make 6 figures in the 3 months that you're doing PR. It doesn't mean any of that, but it does guarantee visibility. So it is an investment. And so I always tell people, you're at the level to hire a PR professional when you can invest about $10,000 and be okay with a slower return on that investment. Meaning that, yes, I guarantee I'll get you the interview opportunities, but that doesn't guarantee that, your website will get slammed, or you'll, sell out of the shoes that you're selling, or whatever your offers are. So it is an investment. You have to be definitely in a comfortable place financially to work with a seasoned publicist that's going to get you the features. But, I've been featured on Black Enterprise several times. It's a very top outlet. Every time I've
Yeah.
been featured, it's not like doing that has, made me six figures the next day, but
Right.
it's limited to my credibility and it's added to the brand that I'm building, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, we are in this for the long game, the long haul. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Yes.
Most people, I think, and maybe, Lillie Mae, you tell me your thoughts on this, but I think a lot of people have that kind of like instant, like microwave, like, because that's what's been portrayed, but over potentially maybe social media. However, like we look at companies, like companies are in business for decades and decades. And so we can't just think about, well, what's happening in the next 6 months. Like years from now, we want to be thinking about what is the impact of our brand. So yeah, it is an investment, and there you have it. However, there are resources and there's things you can do before you get to that. And I would actually, and you probably would actually recommend, go ahead and do some things on your own, because it would be hard to work with someone if they come to you who they have the finances, but they haven't done some of the legwork. Have you had that experience? That, and don't name any names, but
of course not. So I love that you talked about it being a marathon, because that's exactly the mindset you have to have as an entrepreneur. Anything that you invest in for your business, it's an investment. It's like going to college, right? Like college is an investment. It doesn't make any guarantees, but it's a part of the longer journey. And so I've worked with clients of all facets, clients that have the money, but not the following, clients that have the following, but not quite have the money, all, ranges of clients. And I love, whatever level a client is at, I love working with them so that I can help them meet their goals. So to the point of one of the young ladies who asked the question, you don't have to have like a significant following to work with a public relations professional at all. I've worked with clients who are just getting started and coached them into the place where they had more followers and they had more momentum. But yes, it's a marathon, and it's definitely, I think you should do, like you said, all that you can until you're beyond your capacity and you have the investment available to bring someone on board, because you don't want to be a solopreneur forever doing everything in your business. You definitely want to start hiring people to expand your business.
Absolutely. Other tips that you would offer to entrepreneurs? I know we've hit a lot already.
Sure. Another golden nugget, I encourage people to check out Black News on Facebook, blacknews.com on Facebook. They have about 800,000 people that follow that page, and you can actually make an investment to get your press release posted on their Facebook page. So that's a great way to jumpstart some visibility. Now, there is a strategy with that. You can't just pay for it, post it, and expect to go viral. That's when you need to consult with a PR strategist for the strategy behind maximizing that opportunity. But it is a great opportunity to get your business potentially in front of 830,000 people that follow their Facebook page. So there's another nugget.
All right, wonderful. And so as we, think about going forward in 2023, what's next? What's on the horizon for you? Like what are things that you're working on and looking to do?
Yes, I'm working on the Glambitious Atlanta conference, which is August 26th of this year, to celebrate my 10th anniversary year. I created the brand 10 years ago, July 10 years ago. And so this year we're hosting the 10th anniversary celebration in Atlanta. I'm expecting 200 or so women, entrepreneurs. We're going to have speakers, sponsors, panelists. So if any of your viewers are interested in participating in any facet, definitely visit theglamceo.com to apply to be a speaker or panelist or vendor or sponsor. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome. Celebrating like 10 years. Like you are not new to this, as they say. You are true. You are true to this. And again, theglamceo.com viewers it's right here on the screen. Listeners, it's in your show notes there. So be like, wait a minute, what did she say? There you go. You've got congratulations coming in from the audience. Regina is saying congratulations. Jeanette is saying congratulations. Absolutely. My sister Kim is saying congratulations for all of the great things that you're doing. Is there someone or for yourself even, is there a show, a media outlet that you would say, you know what, I'm looking to get on that. I'm looking to be placed there for your own self?
It's so funny because I keep getting asked that question. And so it gives me the opportunity to keep putting it out in the universe so God can do his thing. Yes. I want to sit down with Oprah. And so Oprah has, her show where she interviews someone kind of in like the backyard of her home, I believe.
Yes.
Amazing.
Super
That
Soul Sundays, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
Super Soul Sundays. Lillie Mae wants to be on Super Soul Sundays with Oprah Winfrey. So God, if you're listening, line that up, please.
Listen, put it out there, and Lady O, listen, put it out there. We are. They say they used to say we are 6 degrees of separation. That you are 6 people away from everybody in the world. But they have said now that social media has narrowed that it might be actually more like 3 or 4. It might be more 3 or 4. So Regina, you're saying where's the link? Where's the link? So I'm assuming. If we were just talking about the event, so on the screen here, theglamceo.com, that's one link. And then we've also been talking about some resources at visibilityforme.com. So let me know in the comments if there's another link you're looking for that we reference. Stevie, that's so incredible. Congratulations. You are integral publicists that make such a difference. Listen, we love to give flowers now while you can spell them. Listen, you got that's right. You got next. It's done. People are in agreement with you. It is done. Thank you. Okay, great. TNC Design Firm. Thank you for being here in this kind of space of they do web design and graphic design, and so all of that. And they're saying Tracy is saying great information. Okay, Regina, we got you straight. You got what you need. All right. As we wrap up, the last question I have for you, really, the goal of this show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we want to know what continues to motivate Lillie Mae.
Yes, I would have to say probably my faith. I have a very strong faith and anchoring and belief that God put me here for a purpose. And that's for everyone listening as well or watching. God put you here for a purpose. When you think of the odds of us being born, I think it's like 1 in a trillion, a billion, something crazy. Like the odds of being born are very, very slim. So the fact that we're here means that God has a purpose for our lives. We have gifts and talents. And so that is what encourages me to keep showing up, is the belief that my presence matter, my gifts matter, and that if I can help one person get closer to their purpose and their gifts and even help them in their faith walk, that is a part of why God has me here. So that's what keeps me motivated. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you and your audience. That's so gracious of you to have me here.
Absolutely. It has been my honor. Thank you for pouring into the audience and all the love. Yes, purpose driven PR. I love that. Thank you for all of our live and our replay viewers. It's a wrap. We will see you in these internet streets and wishing you much more continued success. Thank you so much. All right. Woo. That was absolutely amazing. I know that this is a show that you'll need to say, I need to hear that again. Yes, you need to hear it again. One of the best places to do that is Sharvette.com. That's the main website for our show. All of our past guests, all of our upcoming guests, you can find out their information there, their full bio, their actual connection points. And we have a new feature within like the last 3 weeks. So you can just click and download, and it'll download the show notes in the form of the guest bio and contact information right there. So we are excited. Yeah, Regina said, looking forward to making a connection. Yes, make a connection with all of our, yes, I see you. Yes, I will listen again. This is something to listen to again. So Sharvette.com is one of the great places to send people to. But certainly if you are over on YouTube, thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Marif, for being over on YouTube. We see you all the way in Bangladesh, I believe. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel if you like our content, youtube.com/Sharvette. And that's a great reminder for those that are listening to the podcast version. Sometimes you need to see, our guests are pretty, honey. I mean, the host is pretty as well. Sometimes you need to see the show. So jump over to youtube.com/Sharvette. There we go. All right. It is a wrap. One last thing that I want to mention, as you may see floating around, something that I have put out that I think would be a benefit to our audience. And it's a 5-day Boost Your Business Challenge that's hosted by a mentor of mine, Lamar Tyler, and Traffic Sales and Profit. So we have dropped the link. The link is dropped down below in the comments if you're on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm going to be in the challenge. I invite you to join me over in the challenge. And yeah, it's going to be great to boost your sales. All right, it's a wrap. Thanks, Kim, my sister. I see you. We will see you all later in these internet streets. Get out there and get visible, get some visibility, or check into these resources to help you with that. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Get Sharvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.